Hi there, this is Ranjit from tech2buzz.com, and in this video we're going to do the full review for this Samsung Galaxy Young. I had already done the unboxing for this phone, so you can check out this video for more info. And in this video we're going to do the full review. And before I start the review, I want to thank Faisal Communications for providing this unit for review. And Faisal Communications quoted me a street price of around rupees 8,000 for this phone. And this is an entry-level Android phone by Samsung. But I feel for the price, budget price, the phone has some very decent specs. It comes with a 1 gigahertz processor, that's a single core. It's a Cortex A5 processor. The RAM on this is 768 MB, and it also has a dedicated GPU, that's a Adreno 200. And it comes out of the box with Android version 4.1, that is Jelly Bean. Let me show you the same. And if you go to about the device, as you can see, it's running the Android version 4.1.2. Let me show you the same. That's Jelly Bean. And because it has Jelly Bean, it has all the features of Android 4.1. For example, it does support Google Now. Let me show you the same. Who's the president of India? So as you can see, that works fine. And also, if you hit this home button for a while and you hit this button, you get to the Google Now access. And before I continue, let me give you a quick physical overview. On the top, we have this 3.5mm headphone jack, and we have this power button on this side. Actually, this nice chrome style finish that we see. Actually, in terms of looks, it looks like a mini Galaxy S3. And on the bottom, we have the microphone, the micro USB charging slot, and over here we have the volume rocker. Again, the phone is very small to hold. If you compare it with larger size phones, for example, this is the Xperia ZL, and that's a 5-inch phone. As you can see, it's pretty small, but it's comfortable to hold, I would say. And it's a dual SIM Android phone, and it has a 1300 milliampere battery. Regarding the battery life, I did all my testing with just a single SIM on 3G connection, and I would say with the single SIM it can last you one working day. But again, as it's a dual SIM Android phone, Samsung should have put a slightly larger capacity battery. But if you're going to use it with the single SIM, then it should suffice, I would say. And it comes with the Android TouchWiz that we have seen in other Samsung phones, and you can use this gesture and we get up to 7 home screens. And this is the app tray. You can also use this gesture here, as you can see. So again, I like the fact that Samsung did not cripple this phone like some other budget oriented Android phones, and I'm glad that Samsung has put in 768 MB of RAM, and that much RAM is more than sufficient to run this phone. Again, it's not the stock Android experience as we have seen in other Samsung phones. You get this quick toggle tray over here. It does not have the auto brightness sensor, but again, that's not an issue because you can adjust the brightness quickly from here. And I'm glad to say that outdoors, if you keep the brightness at full, it's also fairly legible, I would say, in direct sunlight. Coming to the call quality, I would say the call quality was excellent. I have no issues with the phone. One thing that I do not like is that, again, it can be omitted because of the budget price. It does not have a front-facing camera, and the rear-facing camera is just a 3 megapixel shooter. But again, the quality of photographs that I got from this is nothing great. So in terms of camera, I was not that impressed. But overall, I would say it's a decent phone, and the screen size is a 3.27-inch screen, and it comes with a decent resolution of 320 by 480. And also, I would say the screen quality is pretty decent. I would say it's nothing like IPS grade screen. Yes, if you tilt the phone too much, the viewing angles start to fade in, but overall it's a much better screen that I've seen. Generally, manufacturers, for example, if you look at the Sony Xperia E, which is also a budget oriented phone, the screen on that is much worse than this. So in terms of the quality of screen that Samsung has put, I would say it's a pretty decent one. Now, also let me show you the amount of free RAM that's available. You can hit this home button for a while and you get this ICS style multitasking tray, and you can kill all the apps. As you can see, I'm running quite a few apps. Then also the phone was pretty responsive, and you can also hit this button and go to this task manager that's built in, and let's clear all the memory actually. And now let's hit home. It's going to take time because we just cleared all the memory. And let's fire up this Android system info that I have. And as you can see, The RAM that free we are getting if we kill all the apps is 334, and due to this the phone was extremely responsive for most of the time. Yes, occasionally I saw a lag or so, but for the most part the phone was very fluid to operate, and I'm glad that at this price point also we are getting such a decent performance. So kudos to Samsung for optimizing the phone, and again I thank that they have put the 768 MB of RAM on this phone. Now we are connected to our Wi-Fi network, and let's fire up our web browser. Let's fire up this web browser and let's go to tech2buzz.com. Again, one thing is that as the screen size is just 3.2 inches, it's a fairly small phone, so typing can be a little bit difficult, I would say. But if you plan to buy the phone, just keep that into mind. You have to be careful while typing. So let's go to our website, that's tech2buzz.com, and as you can see it loaded actually fairly quickly, and the pinch to zoom gesture is also fairly responsive. The only thing is that as the screen resolution is pretty low, very small text becomes a little bit fuzzy, but again we can't expect very high resolution screens at this price point. And let's try to play back this YouTube video that's embedded. Let's open this web page. And let's change the orientation now. And that's also decently quick, I would say. And let's try to play back this video that's embedded.
Hi there, this is Ranjit from tech2buzz.com, and in this video we're going to compare the two hottest Android phones by Sony, the Sony Xperia Z and the ZN. Both the phones are...
So as you can see, that was also a decent experience, and the speaker phone actually it is adequately loud and clear, so no issues regarding that. So let me get out of the browser. Coming to the media playback also, I had some decent experience, I would say, and I downloaded this MX player. You can download it for free from the Android market, and let's try to play back this video. And this is a 720p video clip, and as you can see, let me lower the volume. It can play it back, but the thing is that it tends to skip a few frames. But again, this is a high bit 720p video. So if you want the smoothest playback, I would say that restrict the video playback to 480p. But definitely, yes, it can play back 720p content. Also, it can play back YouTube content without any issues. So let me show you the same now. And let's go to my channel, that's Geeky Ranjit. My net connection is a little bit slow today. And let's play back this Galaxy Young unboxing video itself. Let me increase the volume. Oops, an ad. Let me skip the ad. And as you can see, it can play it back in high quality.
Do the unboxing and overview of the Samsung Galaxy Young, and this is very affordable.
So in terms of YouTube playback, I had no issues with the phone. It's decent enough, I would say. Now coming to multi-touch points, I got two multi-touch points. Let me show you the same. And as you can see, also I could do a decent amount of gaming with this. I would say gaming up to medium games are playable on this. I actually made a dedicated video regarding the gaming performance of this phone, so you can check out this video for more info. And it can play games up to Dead Trigger, I would say. Dead Trigger is a medium range game, and I would say it was playable, but it did tend to skip a few frames. But casual games like Angry Birds, Subway Surfer, etc. run really fine. Again, you can check out the gaming video that I made it for the review, and also in that video I have shown the benchmarks, so you can check out that video. Now let me show you the messaging app also. Again, it's the stock one. And this is the keyboard that we get, and you can also move in this orientation. And this way, I would say if you want to do a lot of typing, you have to move in this way, because I felt that the keyboard is really narrow in this orientation. Let me also show you the dialer. This is the stock dialer that we get, and let me show you the speaker quality. Also regarding the cell reception, I had no issues. The calls were very clear. Let me also show you the camera. The camera is just a 3 megapixel, and let me bring this box, and actually it does take the photographs pretty quickly, but again the quality of photographs I would say is nothing great, and also it does not have a LED flash. Let me show you this photograph and some other photographs that I have taken. And also I noticed sometimes the gallery, as you can see, the photograph is not that sharp and it's a little bit fuzzy. These are some of the photographs that I've took. So I would say definitely the biggest con with this phone is the very low resolution camera, and again the pictures that I took are really fuzzy. Outdoors it's a little bit decent I would say, but indoors I would say the pictures have a lot of noise and they are also blurry. Also, let me show you the Compass app. That also works fine on this phone. Samsung did not skimp on the sensor. So as you can see, the Compass app is tracking us fine. So what do I feel about the Samsung Galaxy Young? Again, do remember this is an entry-level Android phone by Samsung. And the pricing also is already great in India. It's around rupees 8,000. And I would say if you are new to smartphones and this is your first Android phone, have a serious look at this. And also if you're on a tight budget, you can seriously have a look at this. The only con is that the phone is fairly small, so I would suggest that you go to a local store and handle it, and if you feel comfortable, definitely this is a good phone. Regarding the performance, I was really happy with it, and actually when I got this phone I was not even expecting this decent performance. So overall I'm really happy with the performance of this Samsung Galaxy Young. Again, the downers are the small size, and again the camera, as I said, is actually not good. So apart from that, I overall like this phone. So if you found this video review helpful, I'll appreciate if you can click the like button. That's it for now. This is Ranjit from Tech2Buzz.com, and I hope to see you in my next video.